Hola, mujer.
Hola, mujer. So good to see you.
It's good seeing you too. See, I think this is the first time we talk and you're in a van out in nature, I presume?
That's not correct. We talked in the van before.
We did?
Multiple times. Like
Multiple
at least 3 times, I think.
My God.
Oh, yeah.
The memory of mine.
Totally.
We doomed.
Yeah. But I talked in the back of the van before. So there was wood in the background and stuff.
Felt like a home. But now it looks like you are in like the seat, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now I'm in the car part. So that's why it's a bit different. I figured it will be better for the acoustics. So let's give it a try.
Well, it's definitely the first time recording from the van.
Yes, that's true. We also never recorded while I am in Berlin.
Okay. Yay, Berlin. It's like the party capital of Europe, or was that the Czech Republic? I don't know. Prague? No idea. Never been to either of them.
Wow, you're very well oriented on party destinations in Europe. Very big knowledge for someone that never been here. Yeah, I guess Berlin is more like a techno underground clubbing kind of thing, and Czech Republic is more like beer party outside kind of thing. I don't know. I'm not a party person at all. I'm not planning any party.
But you are in Berlin, so how's Berlin like these days? What's up? It looks sunny. It looks nice from where I'm looking.
It's nice, but Berlin is very nice because I meet old friends here. I met Jette today. That's why we're recording a bit later. And it was just so lovely to see her. Last time I saw her a year ago in May. So it's been a while.
Oh, okay.
And we're not that great in catching up with each other because we're always just kind of unable to synchronize. So we had a lot to talk about.
It's nice. Okay. It's always good meeting old friends, making new ones. Have you made any new ones by any chance?
I really don't need more friends in my life right now. Like I'm packed. Like
Said
the
the
seats
girl
are taken.
who 2 months ago had 0 friends in Switzerland. Oh my God. See, change is inevitable.
Now I'm not in Switzerland anymore and I have very rich social life again.
Yeah. Okay. So when you're back in Switzerland, you're going to need maybe 1 or 2 more friends.
Oh yeah. I will be complaining again. For sure.
Okay, we're cool with that. All right.
How are you, mujer?
I'm okay. So this is the last week of summer camp. And then I'm going to have like 11 days off. So thinking where to go and what to do. And at some point I thought maybe I should just stay in the city and work. And now I'm like, maybe I should go somewhere and take a break. I'm telling myself, I deserve a break. It's okay if it's going to cost money. Spend like there's no tomorrow.
Oh my God, it's going to be a tough time.
I'm still negotiating, you know.
Tough self-love.
There's been no final say, yeah.
Oy. Anyways, listen, mujer, I think we owe ourselves from the future and our imaginary listeners some explanation because we haven't recorded for a long time. What's the reason, really? I think we synchronized on being low recently, no?
I think I have not been in the mood.
Every time we called, it was just like trying to pat each other in the back because we were quite miserable.
More or less.
And then we had a very failed recording session in which we didn't have too much energy and we really were just like trying to kick a dead horse.
No, you were interrogating me.
I was interrogating you. That's the right word. That's true.
Yeah. I still have the recording. It was just me answering questions.
And you were answering,
like, no, I don't want to listen
guess.
to this.
Yeah, it's fine. Good. So yeah, not our best spirits ever.
Yeah.
But we are not quitters. I mean, we are quitters. Okay, you know what? We are quitters. And that's why we are recording today. Because if we don't record today, I'm quitting this shit. Like, I have no more patience. I have no more energy to just keep motivating myself into doing this. So either we're doing this or we quit, and the choice has been made. We're doing this. So I'm super excited to edit. again.
Okay, yes, it's your turn. Do you still remember how to edit podcast Mujer using whatever software you use?
Probablemente no, but I'm very fast learner. So much happened. So much. Like, our imaginary listeners must be so confused because last time we talked, the world was totally different. Now, you know, like, Trump was shot in the ear.
Yeah. You got a new job. Yes, our imaginary listeners have not learned this.
I got a new job. Yeah. I went to Berlin.
Again, congratulations.
It still hasn't started, so like, who knows, you know?
Still?
That's
oh my God.
Super bright. Let's start maybe with ups and downs. Highs and lows. Go, 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 go.
My God, I was scared you would ask this. You know, I thought for a second you totally forgot about it.
I love this bit.
But apparently you did not. I know you do, but, you know, things happen. Big changes have been happening in the world. Anyway, okay, I guess the lowest point has been that moment the principal asked to talk to me recently, which was not this week, was last week, because I have been kind of lazy in the classroom, not moving much and not radiating energy as usual. So that felt like, oh, oopsie, busted, you know? Like, not a lot of positive things have happened. I would say the high is happening now. I'm talking to you, Mohen, and we are actually recording.
That's a beautiful high to have.
And I'm like, we're actually doing it finally, because it's been like a month. I don't know. It's been a while. Yeah.
I mean, when you talk once a week, conversations go very fast. Like, you just skip 3 of them and it's like over half of the month already. So like, it's really much.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad to be your high. Always. My low is a shitty Swiss client that I have in my graphic design job. Like, I was so hyped at the beginning that I have a first Swiss client, because I was like, yeah, like getting to the market, maybe she will like recommend me later and stuff like that. And it's been just a pain. Like, she doesn't know what she wants. She described the job really differently. And then I really undercharged her. So I basically counted it as a 2-hour job because it was supposed to be super simple. And she wants to call all the time and discuss the design. So like, I already spent 1 hour and a half just on the calls with her, which is just so irritating because during the call, for example, she dictates me the numbers of colors that I'm supposed to use. And I'm like, I guess this could be an email. Like, what is this, you know? So I think it's super unprofessional. And also at some point she told me that I should leave her an open file and it would be great if I teach her on a call or how to edit the file the way she wants. And I'm like, I was not paid to freaking teach the software. Like, maybe I'm too spoiled of a graphic designer at this point. I don't know. But I talked about it to my friend from Germany and she told me how much she charges and it's like much more than I charge. And I decided, okay, it's enough. Like, it's good. For now, I will just go through that. Whatever she wants, I will do everything. Maybe she connects me to some other things. She already like suggested another little job for her that I charge, of course, more because it's something bigger. So that's great. But that's it. I'm starting charging more. Like, good girl gone bad. You know?
That's the spirit. You say more money, I'm like, I'm in.
That's my low.
Definitely.
Pretty long explanation. I do feel very talkative because I just met Yetta and this is my high. It was so amazing. I also drank 2 coffees with her, so I'm quite energetic.
All right. Well, all the caffeine,
it just felt so good. Like, every time before meeting an important person with my life, I feel like I try to not get high hopes about it and I kind of go like, okay, whatever, I guess I have to do it now because we set up a meeting, a date and stuff. And I just see her and like, it's so good. I needed it. I feel like I breathe in finally, you know? And just when I was thinking that she makes me just feel more like myself, she said the same about me. And I was like, what? How synchronized we are. How I understand you. How we see each other. How just easy flow it is with her. How wise she is for me and how much she takes away actually from what I say. This is just fucking amazing. This is a gift. She grants me so much. she reminds me of who I used to be when we met. And yeah, it was also so beautiful because she just came back. I mean, not just, but like a few months ago, she just came back from a trip around South America. And she was talking how difficult it is to go back to Berlin and how like she changed like now, how she wanted to keep the energy from there, but she feels like she came back to the city. This like, you know, hustle, bustle and everything. And me, like I never saw her so just connected with the moment, so like balanced and aligned. And I was just like so amazed, so happy that she finally had this journey that was indeed life-changing. Like when, I saw her and I felt like she's just different. Like it's so great. It's so great to see her grow. And she had such a fucking, scary situation because she was robbed in Colombia, I think.
South America stereotypes. Yeah.
They are right. They exist. And she had a gun to her head at some point.
Oh, my.
Serious stuff. And she was taking all her shit. She was very lucky because underneath her sweatshirt, she actually had a fanny pack with a passport and but she was taking like everything else, like her clothes, her wallet, her phone. But the gun, and she said like she realized that could be it, you know, like, I mean, of course she logically she was like, okay, they wouldn't do it, they just want the stuff and go. But yeah, crazy. I respect this girl so much.
Wow, that's scary. That's scary as hell. My God. I'm glad you got the opportunity to meet her after such a long time. This is very nice. Yeah. I remember you talk about her before, and you talked basically with the same energy you're having today. Just positive. Yeah. I'm like, long live Jette.
Oh my God. Like she is a wonderful, beautiful person. So thankful for her.
Maybe one day we all will meet and, you know, have a nice coffee.
Inshallah.
Nice. I would like to meet her, you know. Amen. Podcast topic today is something that sounds really challenging. Okay, I took a look at the materials that you've prepared, and I'm like, oh dear Lord, this is a little bit deep. It is,
like, honestly, I'm not anywhere close to mastering today's subject. Today's subject is values, life values, and it's been something that I've been struggling forever to define. I always get super anxious when I try to define them, but I understand that once you see your values, it kind of shows you where you should put your eggs at. I understand how important it is, and I understand that maybe part of me is lost because I never understood what my values are.
So it seems like you've done a little bit of homework already.
Oh yeah, but it doesn't help me at all with anything, really.
All I did was take a glance.
Yeah. No worries, Habibi. We'll start, I think, with what's the correlation and difference between values, needs, and desires? Because they seem to like floating around so closely to each other for me.
Yeah, I understand you. Same. Like, I could need security. I feel like it's a need.
Exactly.
It'd be something you desire for. It's also something you value. Power, same.
They are interconnected, right? Because like if I really need a lot of safety in my life, of course I will value security highly. In a way. But my problem is, normally maybe I don't value security that much, but maybe this time in my life, I'm just like super scared or whatever. And then I guess I will value it more because I need it more. Like, I don't know. That's like super, super confused to me. And of course, values can change, and that's fine. Which also is something I find difficult to accept, because I'm like, okay, once I have my values fixed, I just follow them, right? And that should be done. But no, it's actually like all floating, and maybe it becomes one on another. And I'm like, no, and I have to do this again. It's so hard already. Like, for some reason, it's just like this transcendental pain for me, like this values conversation.
Well, yes. Okay, we talked about values before, and it seems to be difficult to define in a very clear way what these values are that, you know, we live by. Yeah, there's something that I read that you should look at what you do in the light of the different values, and then you can be like, okay, maybe these are my values, according to my actions in life and how I lead my life.
Sure.
Not just about what you appreciate in theory,
Yeah. I just think that this is a very good direction to look at when you are like driven and motivated in your life and things are more or less aligned. But when you find yourself as lost as I feel right now,
Okay.
that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the answer of what I should spend the most time in, because basically my time is just floating because I lack this kind of purpose, I think, this kind of bigger purpose. But I just copy-paste some of the assumptions that this circle has, and some of them really give me a sense of definition. For example, values refer to desirable goals that motivate action. And that's what you said. But I think that's just one of some things, because, for example, when values are activated, they become infused with feeling. This also is something that is very difficult, because sometimes, for example, I believe that I have this value of being a good person or whatever, but it doesn't make me feel better that I'm a good person. Sometimes it makes me feel even worse, like I'm a fool or something like that. Values transcend specific actions and situations. That's also a good...
But yeah, you need life tests for this. It's not it's not something that you can read in a book, really. You'll have to be tried in different ways to actually know what these values are, what you appreciate more than other stuff, But yeah, let's define our values.
Yeah. I mean, we've been on this world for more give or take 30 years. We should know more or less what scratches the itch, let's say. I am very likely to get irritated in this freaking conversation, but I will try.
It's okay. So where do we start exactly? Because I see a lot of data.
You can just say one value from the top of your head. But to make it a bit easier, I made core values list. Just copied it in alphabetical order. So if something rings a bell, we could also attach it, let's say, to our list. But first thing that popped into your mind, go.
I did skim through the list, and I liked the wealth one, the one before the last.
And now,
yes,
does your life reflect that?
Not really.
I would say that you value experience and people over wealth quite a lot, don't you?
Yes. But maybe in my mind, I think that wealth is is an amazing thing to be having, I don't know. I daydreamed of days when I would have it, even though I never really had it.
So I will write wealth and experience in your list. Damn it. I look at them and I'm like, each of them is a value for me. Like, it's terrible. That's my problem. I freaking want all of them. But the problem with values is the more you focus on one, the more it eats up another one, Like, you cannot be super committed in a relationship if freedom and adventure is equally important to you. Like, it always goes like that, left and right. And I have so many friends struggling with it right now in their life. Should it be career or family? Should it be stability or adventure? And everyone seems kind of frustrated that they cannot have everything at once, or that they're always missing something. And I think that's something that I really wish I could accept, that at any time in my life, I will be missing something. I will not be fulfilling all of my values. I will not be aligned with all of my values at any point in my life. There will always be something that will not be really fulfilled. And this is first world white women super problem, Like this, I feel so bad about feeling so anxious about that. But that's super true. That's super true.
I think different times would have one value or the other, being dominant, or that I think the values are the things that you value in life, that you seek, that you want, that shape your goals. So maybe now I'm valuing pleasure more. So I would try to seek things that will bring me pleasure. Maybe if I'm valuing wealth more at this point, I'm going to be, doing business or trying to find different ways to generate that wealth. So yeah, I don't think it's just one thing. Like, I think all of us would have a lot of different values in us that were passed on, by society, education, parents, I don't know, religion, etc., etc. And we change slowly all the time, and our priorities change, and maybe that also is reflected by the kind of values that we're embracing at different times. Let's take something like authenticity first. Like, you believe it's one of your values. You appreciate authenticity.
I actually never before saw or read a value that I was so sure about. Because authenticity is not a need. It's not a goal, for sure. And this is something that I so much appreciate. I so much strive for. It's my must. In any relationship, I can't stand fakeness. It disgusts me. Unless it's a great but terrible reality show, Love is Blind. More on it at the end of the podcast. But as long
I've not
as
started watching it.
You should. You totally should.
Maybe one day.
I will give you a lot of spoilers today, but you should start with the American one. Anyways.
I do appreciate authenticity a lot. So far in my life, I have been able to describe it as the person is real or the person is not so real. Like, I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know who they are, This is how I usually phrase it. Like, oh, he was real or she was real. Like, it doesn't matter, like, what context or meeting are we talking, but it's like one of the things that kind of make me lose interest in people, that feeling that they're not so real, that they're, pretentious in different ways. I don't know, like, they're marketing themselves constantly, Like, I don't know what it is. Like, it's,
yeah, totally.
Yeah, not very attractive also.
So for you wouldn't put authenticity on your value list?
No, it's definitely there. I really appreciate authenticity.
Okay, so put it. I made you a little, here, a little space for you. I also put achievement / education. Like, this is what I understand through achievement, let's say. Like higher education, intelligence, some kind of mastery. I think it's a value.
I go for adventure.
Yeah, I think you have an adventure in your... Well, it's a bit like experience, no?
Yeah.
Adventure.
Like trying new things, exploring. Being open to having exciting situations happen. I'm not sure how people exactly define adventure, but usually there's a rush, adrenaline, a bit of mystery, something unknown, exhilarated feelings. Like, I do like adventure. It's something that was more important to have and seek at some point than now, but I still appreciate it.
Do you think I value adventure? Because I think I don't.
Not so much, I think.
Okay, good. Sorry, I needed a second opinion on my value. Yes, this is what we are doing. Exactly what's happening. Okay. All right, next. I mean, I don't know if we can go through all of them, but autonomy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, right?
I do appreciate this a lot, Think for myself, choose for myself, decide for myself.
Yeah.
I would welcome different opinions, sure. Life ways, absolutely. But by the end of the day, I would like to be calling the shots when it comes to my life, So yeah, autonomy was something that I craved and really wanted when I was a teen and worked hard-ish to get there. And once I got there, I did not want to let go. So yeah, it's definitely one of them.
Yeah, I mean, for you, I definitely see that. I have a real problem admitting that. Like, autonomy for me is a need, for sure, that I was surprised to discover, but I don't value that much. I don't know if it makes sense.
But you've always been a strong, independent mujer.
Yeah.
So your actions have been showing that you're an autonomous mujer. How does...
No, but am I? I don't know if I am. I just like... But I don't want to be autonomous. I want to be a part of society. I want to be a part.
Well, sure. We all want to be part of the society. It doesn't mean we're going to be isolated. Autonomy doesn't mean isolation.
I wish I could let go of autonomy, I guess. So I don't put it as my value. That's my logics.
Like what do you mean? Like you want to be just belonging, just one of the masses, like the masses?
Yeah.
But everybody is unique. Everybody is different. But at the end of the day, everybody is autonomous in their own way.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be everyone's value, right?
Yeah, sure.
Like, I am autonomous, of course, I'm different, blah, blah, blah. But I value more belonging and being united and like being together rather than being autonomous, I think. Yeah.
So you'd rather think like what other people are thinking.
Yeah.
And okay. Well, sorry, Mohair, you got a little bit of critical thinking in there, and it's been working. So there it goes. You curse.
I'm cursed. I don't know. It's it's already making me anxious.
Well,
I don't know. Should I put autonomy there? I don't know. Am I like a bad person now?
If you don't value it, then you do not. It doesn't matter if you are it or not, you know?
What if I value it and I'm not putting it?
I don't mind, but I don't know what that would tell of your values.
Ah.
That will question your authenticity. But also, we're not so certain. Like, you cannot be. That's the thing. There's always room for question. There's always room for doubt. So it's fine.
Okay.
Take it easy. Okay. Back to the Zen zone.
Zen zone. Yet the power. Balance. I do value balance a lot. I don't know what it means exactly, but I value the shit out of it. I have no idea what it means, Maud.
I will skip this one. I think throughout my life, I've been swinging more or less between different edges. Yeah. I would say balance has never been something that I consciously sought or wanted.
Yeah.
Beauty is something I really appreciate. I like, but I don't know if this one is about personal or outer one, because I like to see beauty in people and in nature. But do I try to be beautiful myself? Not really. I
wouldn't put beauty for myself. I know I should, maybe, because I'm artist and stuff, but I don't know. Like, it's maybe like order more or something like this, or like, I don't know, expression, but not beauty. I don't know. Okay, go. Compassion. Wait, you skipped compassion. I appreciate compassion. I put it.
I do appreciate it, but it's not exactly the thing that I lived most of my life thinking consciously about. I have to be compassionate, or I do really like when someone is kind and compassionate. I would personally practice this occasionally. However, it's not the thing that's there present in my head. It's not. It's actually something that I started thinking about and be conscious about only like a couple of years ago. Before that, I was not thinking about it. I did not have the word for it, you know? But now I do pay attention, like to see how kind and compassionate people around me are. And I actually appreciate it when it's happening. But by the end of the day, I'm not the most compassionate person.
I think you're not the least compassionate person also, that I know. It's good.
I don't think I'm the least, no. Yeah. I go for challenge. That's
all right.
Appreciate challenges sometimes, yeah. Now I'm growing tired, but like throughout my personal history, I did appreciate challenges in different contexts. So
I agree.
Something I
also you thrive in a challenge. Like me, I'm like scared in a challenge, you know? I got overwhelmed in a challenge. But you, when you have like a tight deadline or like a fine to pay or something like this, like it only motivates you, man. Like it's crazy. Not every time, wink wink, we know what I'm talking about. But in general,
you heard of the TEFL?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But you know, when things were really tough, when you went back to Egypt, you were working like crazy. Like you seemed to be so motivated. I think you really like a challenge. You like a challenge. And maybe that's something you miss now in your life, actually.
Interesting. Could be. What the hell does citizenship mean? I mean, I would like a second citizenship because having a passport would be nice. But like here, I don't know what that means.
I think being a citizen, like stuff like this. I don't know.
Bleh.
Okay,
Let's
community.
Be pragmatic.
I don't know. Competency. Nah. Yeah, that competency is the same for me as achievement. I don't know.
Okay, I think competency means, yes, achieving
skill,
high levels of skill in something. And I don't think I'm that person. I like to just do what's enough to get the job done. And I don't exactly try to be the best. I don't have this desire. Yeah.
Unless it's in
So,
tanks.
oh yeah. Not really in that too. Not really, no.
I wanted to stop a moment and talk about creativity.
Yeah, okay.
Tell me what you think, but I will claim that creativity is a value that was imposed on me. And in reality, I do not value creativity. I'm an artist. I create. I like creating. I like things that are unique. It's more like expression and mastery. I really don't find someone thinking outside of the box or finding great solutions, or I just think it's something that really sells in modern times. And I like to use this word to describe myself, but I don't value it.
This is a tough one. When it comes to your art, I think that is creative kind of work, yes. When it comes to the podcast, you've been also the driving force here. So I do see you being a creative person who likes to...
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just saying it's a tool I use, but I don't see it as valuable that much, really. Maybe because I do it, I don't see this much value in it. When I think creativity as a value, I just see this corporate slogan most of the time. And I don't want to be this person who always is supposed to have an idea, who always is supposed to think, who always is supposed to like break the walls and do new. And yeah, I don't know, it's tiring and sounds stressful, honestly. So I would like to not value creativity.
Well, if it is in your reality and you're doing it and you are it, there's no escaping it. I'm sorry.
No.
If your actions are reflecting it, that means it's there in your life.
I mean, it's in my life as a tool.
It's your actions. You're doing it. Why are you doing it if you don't think it's worth it, you know?
I'm tired of creativity. It's so much everywhere. It's too much. People stop creating stuff.
We could just add a little bit of creativity to it, and then that'll be it. Just add the words, a little bit of creativity. That's what I value. A little bit of creativity.
A pinch of creativity. I will write that down.
The bare minimum.
Yeah, the bare minimum of creativity. That's my value. Y'all. All right, what's your next, Habibi?
Curiosity. Like to know things. It was pretty present and strong in my life. More than it is now, but it is still there. Mm-hmm. And I also value contribution. Like in different ways we can add to the people around us, to the world. Add something. Doesn't matter what it is exactly. Doesn't matter how little or big. But I think contribution is something that I also value. Mostly something that you can do through social work, money, education, art. Like there are so many different ways you could contribute.
Yeah.
Determination. I could say challenge accepted. Okay. So I was thinking that I don't think I value determination a lot, however, but actually I feel determined a lot of the times to do things I want. Not everything. I can quit a lot of things. Basically half the things I want to do, I would quit. And the other half, I'll be like, I'm going to do this, you know. So it really depends on the things and how much so I can be determined.
Once you promise, you are going to go through it, I think. You are very determined. I think I'm not, really. I really respect people who are. I really respect determination in others. I have no idea how they do it. If I hate it, I would just do the bare minimum I have to finish. I will despise it. I will just feel like I'm wasting my time. I just don't find reasons to be determined, really, usually, if I'm bored or tired with things. Yeah. So it's a tricky one for me. But I'm adding determination to your list.
Fun.
Fun? You value that?
Yeah, I do. It's nice having a good time, you know.
You're such a fun person.
I mean, I don't dance, I don't sing, but there are things that feel like fun.
Are we both just gonna ignore the fact that you skipped friendships?
Okay, so I do really value friendships. I say that, but then I look at my reality throughout my life, and I was never good at having a lot of friends or maintaining strong friendships over the years. There are very, very exceptional cases like yours. But like when it comes to, the grand picture of speaking, I suck at that.
I don't know. I mean, if you claim so, okay. I think it's just like you maybe don't keep friends long time, but you are very good in making friends. And you have a lot of friends. You just don't talk to them.
Maybe.
Sad face. Okay. Okay, fun. Back to fun.
Funny movie, stand-up comedy, some music, a nice drink.
Of course, mujer.
A ride on a roller coaster,
Girls just wanna have fun. Girls.
Girls, boy, whatever.
Okay, of course, yeah. Okay, what about love? What about freaking love? How can one not put love on the values circle? Like, is it even possible? It's so generic. Love. Just love.
It's not like you wake up every day thinking how much love you have and how much love you want to have and how grateful you are for the love you're having. Like, I don't know
I guess
about
it's like how much you value it. Like, is it important? That's it. Like, is it, like, do you value love or you're like, no, I prefer like a bunch of friends and that's enough for me? Or like, no, I just want a lot of money.
Value love a lot. It would be very nice to, feel loved by family, feel loved by friends, feel loved by romantic partners.
Yeah.
Romantic partner, sorry. 4 of them.
Don't
whatever.
Minimize your, your options here. Like, it's...
But I think by the end of the day, love is an evolutionary trick, chemical, biological, to make you breathe and make babies and bring them into the world and maintain society and life.
Alhamdulillah. Amen to that.
I'm not going to include this one, but yeah, sure. Everybody does like to love and be loved, I guess. Okay, pleasure for sure. I do value this, and if I look back, I'm like, yeah, my actions definitely reflected that.
Okay. Pleasure. Do I value pleasure? No.
Security is actually something that I second need, and I pay attention to it. I think about it. So it's definitely there in my list.
What do you mean by it? Like physical security or just like feeling secure? In a relationship or like what?
It could be emotional security, financial security, physical security, like all in all, like I'll like to make sure that I'm not getting sick, I'm safe physically, that if I'm having a relationship with somebody that, emotionally feeling secure and not being vulnerable for nothing, when it comes to money, that I maybe have a penny for a rainy day, plan Bs all the time because of that need and desire for security. That's why never just have one job.
Of course.
That's why I want a second passport just for security, not for really anything else.
I see how actually important it is for you. I also see how it comes from like deep insecurity that you've had all your life. Because like you had to put so much more energy and work and conscious decisions into having security provided, Me, for most of my life, just had it, like even now, it costs me much less effort to feel secured. Like any ambulance will come if anything happens to me. I can always like go places and I don't have to like put additional efforts to that, like visas and stuff like this. Like no one will kick me out. Nothing bad will happen and stuff like that. So I feel like security is such a privilege. Yeah, it's such a privilege for me that I don't have to put it on my like desired list, let's say, at all. I don't have to work for it.
That's good.
Much. Deeply appreciate
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. I would like to put to my list responsibility.
Sure, me too. Okay, when it comes to my actions, I try to be as responsible as much as possible. Yet, most of the time, I wish I didn't have to.
Of course, it's a lot to carry, but I just think that's what adds value to life. Responsibility. And I really wish I could look at it from like lighter perspective. Like, I don't want responsibility to be super heavy and like take away the fun and stuff like this, you know? I would like to have both. I mean, maybe not taking responsibility, I don't know, like for your investments and stuff like that, but just like in everyday stuff, like I would like to own up to my mistake. I would like to say I'm wrong. I would like to say I'm right. I would like to be responsible for my actions in the way that I'm not escaping from them. Not like in a sad, serious adult way, let's say. Just owning up.
I agree.
It's hard. I think it's hard and I'm not really doing that much, but it's a big one. And I will connect it to being trustworthy. Responsibility and trustworthy. It's just like, for me, it's almost the same. Like, if your actions align with your words, then you're responsible and trustworthy, you know? It's very hard. Oh, wisdom they put at the end.
I don't know about this one. It's like a cliche for Yoda. It's like, I'm born to be wise.
I met this woman last year that I really look up to that told me in a normal conversation at some point, I was born into harmony. And I was like, oh my God, like who casually says it? But she really, like she was not lying, I think. Like she just said it and it was like, it's just true. And I was like, wow, I wish I could just say like, I was born into ... chaos, I guess. Like, I don't know.
Chaos, for sure.
So far,
Chaos it is.
so far.
I was just born into trauma.
Yeah. Yeah, I was born into being irritating. What else are you putting on your list? Because we reached the end.
That's all, I guess.
Okay.
Like all of them are pretty, you know. Like
all of them are pretty.
Status looks good, but like I don't know. Success is great, but like sure, but like I don't know, you know.
I mean, success, defining success. Let's not go there. Yes, spirituality. It is something I would put on my value system like last year, no problem. And now I'm like, to each their own.
Openness. I was so open, you know. I was so open. I thought so until they started saying he, she, they, and I'm like, nah, it's over for me.
Okay, I will read you your values, and you are welcome to discard them. And I think you will have to pick like 5 because that's too much. So, authenticity, wealth, experience / adventure, challenge, curiosity, kill the cat, contribution, determination, fun, love, pleasure, security. I think it's impossible to pick 5. What is this?
Okay, number 1, we'll choose pleasure. Yes.
Alrighty.
Because I'm thinking back, like it doesn't matter if I was in a situation where I had security in my life or not. I was always having fun, doing different things.
So fun or pleasure? Is it the same for you?
No, they're not. I mean, they're very related, yes, but fun is more open. You know, pleasure could be just a book that you're reading alone. It's mental. Pleasure could be a movie you're watching, you know? It's also fun, but like, so 1 would go for pleasure, 2, security, 3, authenticity, 4,
wealth,
adventure, 5, wealth.
All right.
There you go.
Very pretty.
I don't think this list of 5 is actually exact and precise and to the point. I highly doubt that. Yet, it's an exercise into self-exploration, and I welcome that. Challenge accepted.
All right. So the next point is for you to say on which of those you spend the most time and on which of those the least time in your life, percentage-wise.
I don't know. My life has been a little bit long now. It's difficult to really look back and
At the
measure
moment,
the
not like
time.
in the past.
At the moment, okay. At the moment.
Imagine like a pizza, if you were to draw a circle, your value system is at 100%. To what degree you fulfill your most fulfilled value?
Okay, so in the moment, then number one would be wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Basically working to make money. Takes a lot of time, all the time, basically. So it'll be number one. Number two, pleasure.
Okay.
You know, the books, the movies, the game. That takes basically a lot of, also the hanging out, different forms of pleasurable times. And then, like, I'm not sure how I can say how much time I spend on being authentic. Like, doesn't, or zero
like
time
how
on
much
adventure.
Effort you put on it? I don't know, like that's something like that. Okay, 0 time on adventure.
Yeah. Oh, security. Okay, that's always on my mind. So it's something that I'm constantly looking at and watching, and I'm like it's there in the picture all the time. I don't know.
To what degree?
100%.
To what degree it occupies your mind? 100.
It's always there, strongly present.
No, but it cannot be 100%. You have 100% for all of those. They all have to add up to
the
100.
wealth would actually be serving the security, so security will be number one then.
Okay.
Yeah. So decisions will be made more towards security, including generating wealth or money.
Wealth.
So it will come number two. Yeah. Then pleasure, being authentic. I don't know how to put this there. And then not much adventure.
Okay. So you have security, wealth, pleasure, authenticity, adventure. 0 time on adventure, actually. And now, the last part of this exercise, which is how would you actually like to fill this circle? Like how much time and mental effort would you like in your perfect life to give to security, wealth, pleasure, authenticity, and time on adventure?
Oh, in a perfect life, security will be there, so you don't have to think so much about it or invest so much into it.
So it would be last?
Yes. And then I think maybe adventure will be number one.
Okay. Pleasure, wealth, authenticity?
Wealth.
Like, would you have adventure for the price of being authentic, you know? I guess that's how you can think about these things when you are grading them, I guess. Like, if you could have an adventure, but then you have to post on social media and be like, I don't know.
Okay, let me think about this one.
Because some of them, I don't know if you like, some of them are binary to each other, you know? Like, adventure and wealth, or adventure and security. You can do 50-50, but it's going to be hard.
Okay, let's take wealth as number one, adventure number two, pleasure 3, security 4, and I still don't know where to put that authenticity.
Well, so you put it at the end?
I'm not sure how you could do everything and be authentic, you know? You could be real having fun, you could be real making money or having wealth.
But for example, if you're putting wealth on the first place, I think work is one of those spheres that is the most difficult to be authentic on, no? Because like it's unprofessional even to be authentic sometimes. Sometimes you do not ethical stuff.
So I'm not rich.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. This one is bleh.
You're overwhelmed.
I'm not sure how to make these choices, like it's or like ratings. It's very weird. Have you given it some thought? About you?
Yeah, I haven't yet. I try to avoid it, but well. My list is...
let's choose a 5 at least.
My list is... Okay, let's just start with the statement that I think I did everything wrong. Because I really like adventure in life. And I really like painting and drawing and people and, I don't know, talking and expressing myself. And I have nothing of that on my list. Okay. So I guess I don't really feel aligned. Like, I don't know what I even took. I don't know what I'm even picking those values based on, honestly. But okay. Okay, I will just read everything I have. Authenticity, achievement, balance, compassion, contribution, friendship, love, recognition, security, responsibility. So 5 tops. I would pick authenticity, friendship, security, love. I'm deciding between achievement and balance. But I guess achievement is a way for me to feel secure in some way.
If I have to choose for you, I would choose achievement.
You don't think I value balance? I think last year I've been very anxious because of the lack of balance in my life, no?
Yeah, but also I think you were not feeling so good because you felt there was a lack of achievement.
Okay, achievement. Let's go. So, I will put numbers on them. Most important, authenticity. Okay, so I think the most time at this time of my life I spend on love, actually.
Aww.
Living with my boyfriend, spending so time with him and just investing effort. Yeah, I think so. And second one is security. I spent a lot of time thinking about that. Then I would say friendships, then authenticity, and at the end I would put achievement.
Now, time for your alternative reality. Now, if you could choose in your perfect imaginary world, the kind of life you could have, how would you put them? Tell me, I would not change a thing. I'd be like, hallelujah, she's reached nirvana. Don't change a thing.
So hard, Rahman.
I know, been there, still doing it.
I hate it. I don't know.
You know that one about needs? It was easier to measure.
Yeah, oh yeah, so much. And
Yeah.
I think like we are still measuring this through the lens of needs in
Yes,
reality.
a little bit,
Like
yeah.
I still don't give a crap. Like I don't understand what's the difference, literally. I'm speaking to those values from the place of lack. Totally. Okay, so in my perfect world, let's say, I will put friendships on the top.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Then I would put, I know I should put love, but I don't want to. I will put achievement.
Okay.
Then love. Then authenticity, I guess. No, I will put authenticity on the top. I will put authenticity at the top. Then I'll put friendships, and I'll put love, then I put achievement, and then I'll put security. But it's all wrong. I hate every single placement of that except authenticity, which is very important. Yeah, exactly.
But like what? You're going to wake up every day and be like, I'm going to be authentic today. I'm going to put time into it and effort, everything I do.
No, I'm going to wake up every day and feel that all that I do is truthful. It's like aligned with my thoughts, with my beliefs, with my values, that I'm not pretending to be someone. I'm not acting against what I believe.
Okay.
And everything above it, my friends, my loved ones, my work, my achievement, my security, will be authentic with me, I think.
All right.
But speaking of waking up, I know that we talked for like 5 hours and we should finish, but speaking of waking up, I realized today that every day I wake up feeling bad. And I heard that this is something that people just have because their organism uses cortisol or stress or whatever to actually wake up. So then you just feel a bit like tense and stressed afterwards. So you wake up and just feel bad. And the best way to deal with that is just get up and go on with your life.
Just snap out of it.
Which is not the first thing that comes to your mind when you wake up feeling bad. Gotta tell you.
The first thought that comes to when it comes to a lot of things is snap out of it. And
really?
I don't wake up feeling good, but I can't say I feel, I mean, physically, yes, because I'm sleepy and I don't want to wake up and I did not sleep enough. So yes, no energy actually get out of the bed, all of that. Yet, there are those moments in life where you wake up feeling good. They happen rarely.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember the last time that happened.
Yes.
Can't remember. Sorry, it's been ages.
Aww.
What I'm trying to say is, do you know that time you said you value unity? There you go. We are in that together.
Tomorrow when I wake up feeling cranky, I'll be like, same as mujer. It's fine.
I'm not the only one. Everybody's cranky.
Mujeres in crime.
Yeah. Imagine all the kids waking up in the morning going to school. That's like half the population of Earth.
Oh, yeah.
Cranky as
and
hell.
They have to wake up so early. I feel so sorry for them. This was so terrible. I remember I would wake up.
I know.
Like I had to make my own sandwiches and everything. I was late, of course. Then I would have a stupid, very bad, crappy sandwich to eat. So I was so unexcited about food. Oh, what a life. Just hated that. Oh my God.
Like today, I swear, when I woke up, my thought was like, imagine not having to wake up to the alarm, but yet going to work after you wake up to no alarm, whenever you're ready, you know? But I'm like, well, back to
I kind of live this life. Like, not always. I work, freelance.
Yeah.
But it's not great. I feel like for 2 weeks or something, I have to wake up to the alarm to then start waking up without alarm at some normal hour, because otherwise I sleep until 10 or 11 and then the day is basically over when I start, and then it doesn't feel good at all. So I'm not sure it's that good. But anyway, before we go, I wanted to tell you and all of our imaginary listeners about Love is Blind, because I know you're waiting. So listen.
Again.
Around a month ago or something, or 2 weeks maybe, I don't know, we watched last season of the Brazilian Love is Blind. It's the same. People get proposed to each other without seeing each other, and then they see each other, they go to honeymoon, and then they go to the wedding, and they can say yes or no at the wedding, basically. And in this season, many of them married, actually. Okay, spoiler alert for all the people who are still watching the season. Last week, there was a reunion. It was 1 year after the last season aired. So they are meeting and they are discussing and they are like revealing if they survived or not. And one of them, Ingrid, who married to the guy, confessed on the camera and there that they are not longer together because, like, it's crazy, dude. She has been sexually harassed by him. And since the show, he had problems, like sexual problems. And then after the show, after they got married and stuff, he would try to have an intercourse with her only after she was asleep without her consent. And it would happen so much that she would like eventually start to like escape from him, like sleep in another room or something. And it ended up with a panic attack and everything. And she admitted it on air in Netflix to his face that he basically sexually abused her. And then she started crying and stuff because she was keeping it a secret. Like she had to keep it a secret. They are not allowed to say anything until 11 months, I think, after the show or something. So she came out like on social media just now, and they just continue with the show. They were like, oh, okay, well, what about this other couple? Like, is it heaven as always and stuff? And it was so crazy. She left. She couldn't like, calm down herself. She left and they asked him to leave also. It's Netflix. Like people, they just played it, you know, like that. It's just so freaking, for me, like it's, I don't get it. I really don't get it. It was not a drama. It was not like, oh my God, like, wow, how could it happen? It's terrible. Like I don't know, like we'll help you or whatever. No, it was just like, okay, some people have problems. Next. And I feel so sorry for this girl. And also so many people online are critical to her for dragging out their private stuff like this on TV. While she just wanted to like confront him about it, because from what she was saying, he would just ignore, like he wouldn't take any responsibility. And on the show, like with the cameras, he also, like he said, I'm sorry, but it takes two. That's what he said. So he didn't even say, I'm sorry, you know, like he didn't even carry the what was the name of this value? The responsibility of his acts. He was like, yeah, I'm sorry, but like our relationship wasn't that great. It always takes two.
Because different people have different values, Mojarita. So,
That's true.
Yeah. So, not everybody's gonna be having, the same values that you have. You're not all aligned. So you would take her side, others would take his, and I'm like, this is all crap. Fuck that shit. Look, this is a show about love and dating in front of the camera, in front of 1 billion people. I do not respect that from the start. All of it.
I also do not respect that.
If things go bad, I can't care less.
Really?
Like,
I mean...
whatever. To me, it's all a show.
I think it's too much. I draw a line. Like, it's crime. It's becoming crime at this point. Like, it's not...
Okay, it's just like when I was a kid watching all these wrestling games, and then you're convinced they're acting. So it's not fun anymore. And to me, reality shows are like all acting. It's supposed to be real, but I don't think it's real. Even if it looks real, the people are faking it because they know they're being
but they are
filmed,
real people.
They're not, I don't think any of them is being authentic. I think these shows lack authenticity.
Yes, I agree, but still, like, authenticity is not what I watch this show for.
Yeah.
And still, I think it's for entertainment. And of course, why would they even, like, yeah, they are there for different reasons. But that's where I draw a line of, there was a crime committed.
When it comes to something like this, I would just leave it to the judges. That I don't care about. Also, I'm not going to really follow the news. If it's a crime committed, could be a claim. Last we heard, there was a famous actress claiming that her husband did something, and eventually she lost the case, and apparently she was the one who was fucking shit up. Amber was her name.
I heard about this case with Johnny.
Famous people or people on camera or on different shows talking blah, blah, blah. It's bleh, really. I wouldn't be bothered.
As a person who values compassion highly, I can't help. Guys, he's rolling his eyes big time right now. I can't help caring about and being shocked as a human. I'm not shocked as a viewer because I was like, I don't want to finish watching this now. I don't, this is done. I don't crave this drama. Like, I'm outraged as a person. Yeah, I guess, yeah. I really hate Netflix.
You are entitled to feeling the way you feel. Absolutely. But I did not watch it, so I don't have any emotions invested in this. So when you tell me the story, I remain indifferent, to be honest with you. I'm like, eh.
You should really watch Love is Blind.
I think it'll be a waste of time.
Yes.
I'd rather play tanks.
Well, next time you're playing, you can just play Love is Blind in the background. I think it's okay.
But I play music and I listen to music.
Okay, fine. Okay, then one day when you feel like wasting your time, which happens to me actually. Yes. I had a weekend and I was like, I need rest and reset so much. I don't have mental energy for anything. I just want to waste my time through it. Here you go.
And then I download like King Kong or something. No promises, Moher, but now you mentioned it a couple of times.
You do.
So maybe.
You. Eventually, maybe we align. I don't know.
But I've been following some of your suggestions when it comes to books and movies. But like reality shows, I did not see that coming from you. I didn't even see it coming from you,
No one ever saw it coming.
Now that it's coming from you, I'm not entertaining it so much. I'm sorry.
I am so shocked too. I have no idea where it comes from. Honestly, like last year, I didn't know what Netflix really is. And now I'm binging. First time, like, fucking reality show. Like, I don't recognize myself either. I didn't feel the greatest because of that. Gotta admit. I paid it with like a day or two of like feeling very, very low about myself.
It's okay if you
Not
enjoy
being
it. That's
proud.
what matters. Well, now you're learning how to value pleasure. Good.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a new sensation. It's new.
Nice.
I'm kind of proud. I'm kind of behind, but I'm kind of proud.
I've binged a lot of things and I did not feel bad. I was like, that was nice. 2 days nonstop. Now I can sleep.
So.
You go for it.
All right. So we have 2 hours of recording. Time to wrap it up. It was Adriana and Rahman for you. Thank you so much for listening. You can email us at holamujerpodcast@gmail.com or not, but please email us. We don't get any emails. Thank you, Ra. Thank you, Ra, for podcasting with me. Hey, stay strong, mujer. Stay strong.
Stay strong.
Thank you.
And see you, imaginary listeners. Ciao.